Hey lovelies! So I really believe that the secret to eating well all week long is in your Sunday meal prep, which is why this month I am sharing some of my very favorite make-ahead lunch ideas that can be prepared on Sunday and then enjoyed throughout the week. And today it is all about this yummy, crunchy Thai quinoa salad. Now guys, when it comes to this salad, there is just so much to love. It's full of color, full of crunch, full of protein, full of fiber, and it's something you can feel really good about. But what makes it extra special is this absolutely delicious dressing I'm going to show you. It's a Thai peanut dressing, and in my bowl, I am starting with some smooth peanut butter. You could do this with almond butter if you wanted to, that would work as well, but peanut butter is just really classic. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some soy sauce into my bowl. I wanna add lots of great flavor to this. To balance all of that soy sauce, I am going to get some agave into my bowl, so I've got a little bit of salty and a little bit of sweet happening. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add some lime juice. So that's gonna be my tartness. And like I said, with a delicious dressing like this, you're really trying to strike a perfect balance of flavors. And then to that, I'm also going to add just a splash of toasted sesame oil. So the thing about sesame oil is that a little bit goes a long way. It can be a really overpowering flavor, so I only add a teaspoon, maybe two max. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and get some ginger in here, really, really classic in any Asian dressing. And then finally, I wanna go ahead and get some garlic flavor, but I don't wanna add minced garlic because I don't wanna have big chunks of garlic in this since it's not going to be cooked. I'm actually just going to be grating my garlic using my rasp, and I'm gonna grate 1 clove of garlic right into my bowl. And guys, it's honestly that easy. I'm just gonna give this a quick whisk, and what I wanna do is just check the consistency. I have a little bit of hot water standing by in case it needs to be thinned out a little bit, but this actually looks really, really good. So you wanna make sure you whisk it well until that peanut butter is well incorporated because it will be a little bit separated. And then once you've got that all mixed up, you can go ahead and set this aside and we will get to work on assembling our amazing salad. Now lovelies, it is time to bring this all together. So to get started, I have got some cooked quinoa here in my bowl. I'm using this tri-colored quinoa, so there's some black, some red, and some white quinoa in here. You can use any kind of quinoa you want. You just want to cook it according to package directions and then let it cool completely. That's really important because we don't want the hot quinoa to soften up our nice crunchy veggies. We want these to stay super crunchy. So my quinoa is completely cool. Now, if you don't want to use quinoa in this recipe, you have a ton of really great options. You could use some cooked rice here that's been cooled. You could also use some rice noodles. That would be really tasty. You could also flip the switch a little bit here and use some cooked shredded chicken instead and make this a really yummy, crunchy, colorful chicken salad. Now, for my nutrients and my color and my crunch in this recipe, I am going to be piling in some gorgeous veggies. And what I have here is some red cabbage that I have just shredded up. I've also got some matchstick carrots here. I will just be honest with you guys, I purchased my carrots already julienned from the supermarket. You can definitely do this yourself pretty easily, but as you probably have noticed in the last little while, especially since quarantine started, I am all about keeping things super, super easy since we are eating 3 square meals at home every single day, and I am the one who does most of the cooking. Next to that, I am going to add one of my very favorite ingredients, and Elle's favorite ingredients as well. These are snap peas, but what I've done is just cut them into little bits. I wanna have them the same size as my carrots and as my cabbage, and snap peas have the most amazing crunch, which is why I love them so much, and of course why they're called snap peas. And then finally, I'm also going to be adding some green onion to this. The final step is going to be pouring over that amazing Thai peanut dressing and just giving it all a good toss. How simple was that? This lunch is absolutely loaded with tastiness. It's full of fiber and protein, color, crunch. What is not to love? You can enjoy it all on its own, just as it is, or you could serve it up with a piece of cooked protein, like some tofu, some salmon, some shrimp, or some chicken would be really, really good in this recipe. I like finishing it off with just a sprinkle of roasted peanuts. And there you have it, guys. Lunch is served. This tastiness can be stored in your refrigerator for 3 or 4 days. And the best part is, the longer it sits, the more yummy it becomes. I hope you will give it a try for yourselves, and if you do, be sure to tweet me, Instagram me, or Facebook me a photo because you guys know how much I love seeing your kitchen creations. This recipe, like all of my recipes, is linked in the description box below and being featured on our amazing meal planning site, healthymealplans.com, which allows you to browse through more than 1,000 recipes, drag and drop them into your weekly meal plan, and then automatically generates your shopping list for the week. If you haven't checked it out yet, I really hope you will. It is sure to make your meal planning every week a whole lot easier. Thank you guys so much for watching. And finally, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe because there is lots more deliciousness where this came from.